Yo.
I don't have it. I'm hearing room noise still.
How you doing? So they tell me that there are some voice actors here, and that there's like this voice. You're a good liar. Okay, guys, so let's get this started. You guys ready? You know what? That had enthusiasm to it, but you can do better. Come on. You guys ready? All right. Everfree Northwest is proud to present the voice actors. I guess I'll introduce them in order. First up, we've got Nicole Oliver. Next up, we've got Andrea Libman. There you go. And next, the voice of Spike and a certain mayor, Kathy Westluck. This next person is mostly known for her tweets. She plays a minor character on the show. But, it was really nice of her to take the part. Twilight Sparkle herself, Tara Strong. And last, but certainly not least, someone that I was really happy to meet today and is just an amazing person, Tabitha St. Germain. Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Good. Very well. Good.
Can everybody hear them?
Hello.
Are the mics good? Are we good? All right, great. Well, first of all, I wanted to first to give a shout out to all of the bronies over in Manchester, United Kingdom right now who are watching this being live streamed. Hello, Buck. And what I wanted to do is see if we could all, Everfree Radio just sent out a tweet that says, "Hi, Buck." If everybody could retweet it, that would be amazing, because they are all over there. They've been patiently waiting for a while, so hi. If you guys see it, if you've got a smartphone and you see it, Everfree Radio.
Just asked us to tweet. Why? We're going to force her onto Twitter this trip.
Way too late. Actually, it's 8 hours ahead, so I believe it's about 7 or so in the evening. 6:30?
6:30.
Oh my, is it 10:30?
It's
Okay.
6:30 there, yes.
Yeah, my math skills aren't any good.
6:30.
I just talk to people. I'm sorry. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do really quick is give a shout out to Ashley Ball, who wasn't able to make it. As you guys know, this is the main 6 -2 panel. The -2 is Ashley's, so I just maybe a quick round of applause.
-2 plus 2.
Plus 2. That's true. That's true.
Equals 6.
Because Ashley's not here.
All right.
Andrea's an engineer. She studied engineering.
I know they're going to correct me on my math all day. I just know it. All right, so before we get started with the general questions I wrote down, there are going to be Q&As. There are going to be Q&As. There are going to be audience questions possible. There's a mic right there. What we're going to do is my good friend Screwball, who's at the back of the room right now, you may know him from Stay Brony, My Friends with Dusty. He is going to filter through the questions. If you have a question towards the end of the panel that you would like to ask one of these lovely ladies here, be sure to talk to him. There's a line there. If people want to line up, please do not line up in the center of the row there, because then you will be on camera, with the back of your heads will be on camera for thousands of people. So, well, I was at one point too, so I know where you're coming from. All right, ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I have a quick question to start off with, which is that all of you voice characters that have all become internet memes. Do you know what the word memes means? You do? You
like
probably
a-
have had to learn.
Tabitha doesn't.
Is it like a mime?
No.
Sometimes.
Oh.
Yes. They're just as annoying. And my question for all of you is, knowing that you can create a meme on the spot that will become, say, an image macro or any kind of online trend, is there an online meme trend that you would like to spark today?
Well, I'm still not clear what a meme means.
It's an image or a phrase that spreads around online. It's a repeated idea. Indeed.
I'm not lying, I'm acting.
That's just like so random.
I
If
know.
you could put Princess Celestia and Princess Leia together, I know my children would wet their pants. Maybe too much information there, but
You may
just saying.
You may need to get them some diapers. Because this is the crowd to tell that.
And the other, well, I just learned about meme because my older son is a Minecraft.
I just got sucked into
So,
that.
and so he just turned 9, so he has a T-shirt with the troll face on it. See, I'm so green and square when it comes to this stuff, but obviously it's quite cool. So that's the only thing I know about memes.
I'm kind of pink. What kind of she's green over there. You guys do look green over there. Yes.
It's like purple over there and it's green over here. You must really like that cat.
Hey, that's green and purple, right?
Awesome!
Well, selfishly, I wouldn't mind some Twilight Licious trending.
I did have a fan email me and say that he was going to put me forward for president because I understand you're going to have an election here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I protest that as the mayor. I can see I have competition already.
well,
You leave Rarity alone.
I asked my inner Rarity what her platform would be as president, and she said it would be to end rudeness to waiters.
That is a large task. That's going to be hard.
Well, I know.
Well, all of you tried out for multiple voices on the show. And my question to you now, this is another one of these evil questions, is if you had to pick another voice to voice for the show, aside from the ones that you already do, which one would it be and what would it sound like?
That exists already, you mean?
That one of the characters that exists, unless you had a really good one that doesn't exist. Which you might. You're very creative.
I think all these ladies do such a wonderful job with their voice, and I think I'm just quite fab as Princess Celestia, so I really wouldn't want to be anybody else, frankly.
Then I say Princess Celestia. Kidding.
Me too.
Me three.
Well, you know, I think a lot of fans are going to be confused by that, Tabitha, since you voiced Luna.
I know.
Am I the only one here whose favorite pony is Luna? Just saying. Tara's giving me ugly looks.
No, not ugly, confused.
Well, okay. In the course of your development of the characters, you know, I think with Tara, you know, it's a little bit of a unique case because you're in Los Angeles and you record, and I know that, you know, you develop your characters a little more separately from the others, but for the rest of you guys who all record in Vancouver together, my question is there some element of one of your characters that was inspired by somebody else on the stage here? So, for example, when you were developing...
Careful now.
Clearly, we're all inspired by Tabitha.
Oh, we all get in each other's melting pot. I think I've ripped off every actor I've ever met.
Yeah, me too.
That's very honest.
And you're really good at it. That's what sucks.
But remember, friendship is magic.
Rip them off in a loving way, and yeah.
What is it? Mimicry is the highest form of flattery. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Retweet.
There you go.
Merci pour le français.
I love your accent. You must be from Canada. Huh? Or France, perhaps.
I have to follow you on Twitter.
We want Mike Bernstein over here, final draft, to do a voice. What do you say, Mike?
I can only do a couple of bad impressions.
Do it.
Awesome.
I can do a Russian accent.
Do it.
Okay. What is it exactly you want me to be saying?
We want you
Be
to
Twilight Sparkle as a Russian.
Spike, be taking letter. Dear comrade Celestia.
Why do I think your
This
pony's like Borat with a green uniform? Fantastic. I love it.
This is Spike's agent, and Spike does not do much more than eating gemstone. And I just make sure he get pierogi. Nobody knows he likes pierogi.
Do you get a discount price?
It's very nice. It's so wonderful that everybody here come from different countries, but still can communicate with one another.
Friendship is magic in Russia.
There are a lot of Russian bronies out there, actually. There's a big crowd of them.
Go
Hi,
Russian
Russia.
Bronika.
Well, and actually, Tabitha, you have a voice that you do for the show that you told me in our interview that you really enjoy doing. That's a very thick accent. Photo finish.
Yes. It's a very lovely voice, and of course, I would like to express the fact that I'm always right. So please, when you meet me, you will do what I say, and you will like it. Thank you very much. We go.
You better be careful because you are being taped.
I know, I forgot.
Yeah, no one will see it. Don't worry about it.
This is why no Twitter. Poor impulse control.
I say that's more of a reason to go on Twitter.
Yep.
Shut up! Where? What?
I warned you.
I need $1 million in my bank account.
You gotta show. You got.
Well, you know what they're gonna do,
hook
though.
me up, right?
You know what they're gonna do, though. George Lucas is gonna get a hold of it. and he's gonna-
Sue me, George.
Bubbles was already the best Darth Vader.
Well, there is a fan animation already out there where Pinkie Pie is Darth Vader.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man.
They
I
call
can
it
see all the
P-Bait.
fan
Hey,
art
guess
now.
what, Luke? I'm your father.
Oh my God. You can tell we haven't slept.
Nice.
I'm the bad putter here. I'm the one that makes it.
You know what, though, you guys? I came down to Seattle with all the ponies and everything, which is awesome.
And they told me that there was this like awesome dude that was born here, and his name was like Starbuck or something. Yeah. I'm still looking for him. He sounds like a cool bro.
Not until she held up her card. No! And I still don't think it was worth the joke.
I think the caffeine in the room needs a security guard too. You know? Well, so. Well, you know, and on a more serious note, several of the people on stage here are actually involved in a lot of charity projects, which I think we should, you know, take the time to, point out. First of all, Tara, how is Kiki doing?
Well, I went to see her after Comic-Con, and I was actually really surprised. It was really sad. The last time I saw her, she was running around my house, and this time she wasn't responsive at all. And part of the reason is because she's had several surgeries over the last few weeks, and she's on a lot of pain medication. But it really was heartbreaking to see this child that was before, like, really just hilarious and outgoing and funny, and just not respond at all. So it was really, really heartbreaking. And she still needs several other surgeries, and no one has helped her more than the Bronies. And she would not be here without your guys' support. And seeing her firsthand in the hospital made me even more grateful to all of you who have given. And I'm really, really, really so grateful. And you can still see, it's up on my Twitter, but also if you just Google Kiki's Cancer Fund, and then since then I've also started helping another friend of mine that's on Twitter, also a child with a brain tumor. And it's so heartbreaking to see these kids shut down. And you know, like I said, I put this out there to all of my fan base, and Bronies are the best fans ever. And I just want to thank you. I mean, I know you're seeing this in the UK, and if this gets, of course, on the internet all over the world. So thank you guys so, so, so much.
And today, Andrew, you told me about something that you're doing called, I believe you call it Ride to Conquer Cancer?
Yeah, and next June I'm taking part in a bike ride, and we're going to be riding from Vancouver down here to Seattle, and it's all to raise money for cancer research. And you Bronies have just been amazing in supporting that. We've already reached $5,000, and it's 100% Bronies. And what's really cool about it is it's so many small donations. People can only give $10, $15, and it's just all added up to an incredible amount. So thank you so much for your support.
And where should the fans go if they're looking to, say, donate to this?
Yeah, you could just look up Ride to Conquer Cancer and me, Andrea, and it should come up. And right now I'm the top fundraiser, so right at the top of the list. Thanks to you.
Well, and I know there's somebody in the crowd here I just want to give a quick shout out to, which is Cupcakes, who's the head of the Humble Brony Bundle over there, and he's raised tons of money for charity as well. So Cupcakes.
And I think we're also looking forward to the charity auction later today. I know we've all donated our own items, and it's all going to Seattle Children's Hospital. So
I brought a big basket. It's pink. It's a basket of fun in the sun with lots of sunscreen in it, and some candy and all sorts of fun things you need for the beach. So, yeah, candy. You have to have candy on the beach. You have to. Come on now.
Now, usually, being that this is Seattle, I would have thought that would have been odd, but given this week, I mean,
Come on now.
all the sunscreen you can get.
Bubbles. It's all good.
I asked John Giuseco, who's an amazing artist, to create something, and we had it printed up on canvas, and I've signed it. It's an amazing piece of art of Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie.
Nice.
It looks really awesome.
For charity, they got, like, finally some T-shirts on Spike. So there's a couple of cool and awesome ones in the charity, and you can bid for those.
No, me? Oh, well, since there are so many people who are doing already amazing voice work on the websites and stuff that they send, I put in 2 classes with a great friend of mine. Her name is Ellie Ray Hennessy, and she teaches voice work, and her students work. So she actually does put together voice demos for people, and she's a wonderful voiceover teacher. So I've auctioned off 2 2-hour sessions with her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know, looking over here at the Screwball and his Canadian flag, it reminded me that there are a lot of international bronies here today, and I just wanted to give a quick shout out to them because I know that there are some people on my staff coming from Sweden, people coming from all over the world to be here today, so just a quick round of applause for all the people who came here. And you guys, you came from the far-off land of Canada, except for Tara, who came from farther away, which is, you know, Los Angeles. So, well, I think in a moment here we are going to get to the question and answer session because I know some of you have to get running. But if you guys have questions, if you could start, what's the word in Canada? Queuing? Is that it? Is that what it is, or is that Britain?
Britain.
Is that Britain?
It's
Oh, okay.
Britain. Get in line. Get in line.
Get in line.
Queuing
The
it
line
in.
will be right there. And guys, if you can make sure that you don't, if you can make sure you don't block the center there.
So that way.
So if you could filter that direction, and just make sure the people sitting in the front row can see as well.
And maybe if there's anyone under 12 that wants to ask
Yeah.
a question, maybe they could go first.
Yeah, that
Yes,
would be great.
yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we wind them down?
There we go, a couple of them there.
Like maybe
Now,
that.
while they line up, I just wanted to quick ask you guys what your upcoming projects are. I know that, Nicole, that you have a new movie coming out on DirecTV soon.
Well, I actually have a new series coming out on DirecTV.
Oh, it's a
We've
series.
just started shooting in Vancouver. It's called Rogue. It stars Tandy Newton and a bunch of other fantastic Brits. And I may have reached the zenith of my career. I'm playing an alcoholic mob wife.
Well, it seems like those darker characters might be more fun to play.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I have no idea. They're not releasing scripts until we go to shoot. We start next week. So, yeah. So that's what I'm up to. I lost everything.
Well, do any of you else have any upcoming projects you'd like to highlight? I know that Andrea, you're still working on Maya the Bee.
Yep. Maya the Bee.
Maya the Bee.
With Tabitha.
Yeah, in Maya the Bee as well, and a bunch of other series. I've got one Star Princess with Kazumi, who does the singing voice of Rarity, and Ashley Ball. We're all together in that. And Vincent Tong, who's also in My Little Pony. I forget what he's a dragon guy. Very funny. He's really funny. Yeah, a bunch of series. Some I have to talk about like this.
Lots of cartoon stuff. Can't talk about.
Can't talk about it, unfortunately.
Look, there's a moose. Pretty much.
Oh my God.
Well, and I got one last question for you, Tabitha, before I release it to the crowd.
Release the hounds.
When we were doing our interview a couple weeks ago, you challenged me to ask you a random question.
Oh, okay.
You said, give me a random question. That's what I
Yes.
want to hear. And I asked around, and my mom actually listened to the interview and heard the part you were talking about with gardening, and she's a big gardening hound. So my random question for you
Yes.
that has nothing to do with anything,
Okay.
as promised, is what is your favorite part about gardening?
I love big flowers. Big flowers, big color, The bigger the better. Yes, sister. I like to grow my own vegetables, and I like to be able to go out with my scissors in the evening and chippy chop all my herbs and then go back in and cook and put them on top.
Just watch where you pick the dandelions, right?
Right. Well,
I'm
yes.
just saying.
I do eat weeds. I eat dandelions. I eat chickweed. I eat the weeds out of my garden. So the
She's
sorrel.
like a rabbit.
I do. I am.
You'll find her crawling around in the early morning.
Random
Outside.
enough.
There, Mom, I asked it.
Random.
Yep, very random. All right, well, Screwball, I think we got maybe a few questions here.
So if you come in, oh my God, that's what my voice sounds like.
Now you know how we feel.
Join the club!
It's more than just an answering machine.
America. So if I might turn away questions, so don't kill the messenger. You just tell me, and I'll give you the mic, and good to go. That's pretty much it. So.
Yeah, guys, remember, these guys are not allowed to talk about a certain season of a certain show coming up at a certain point this fall.
We can say that it's coming out this fall.
We don't even know that, do we?
Yes, we. No, it is.
Oh,
yes.
You can say that. I think that's about all you're allowed to say,
Yes,
though,
say
right?
that.
So,
Yes.
guys,
They can't tell us what season it is.
The end.
We've done 1 and we've done 2. Look, there's a moose.
Okay, see, now that's how you make your meeting.
right there. Yep.
Is it? Okay.
Well, and actually, a
Right,
moment
thank
ago,
you.
Nicole showed me on her phone a picture that somebody had done of a Luna as Leia. Already been done.
Not Celestia. They're calling it Celestia.
Perfect. That makes me happy.
But I wonder what Spike would look like as a real boy.
It's done. And done.
Hey, who's next?
Someone have a question? Yep,
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
We're ready for questions.
Screwball.
If you've been cleared by
Screwball.
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 Please.
Hi there, Screwball.
Canadiana.
Wait.
Can
First
we
question,
start?
perhaps?
We got one we can start?
Yeah.
Thank you. What?
Okay.
Oatmeal,
All right.
are you crazy?
You know what? I think it's fair. Can I tell them that I showed you that?
Okay, I'm not Tony Stark. Okay. What is it like to be a voice actor? Are you guys nervous at all? Because I'm sometimes nervous when I'm on being live streamed right about now, and I feel very nervous. I'm like Fluttershy just right now. So seriously, don't kill me, please.
The question, do we get nervous? Is that what you're wondering?
If you get nervous doing voice acting, I mean seriously.
I get excited. I got nervous when I first started, for sure. But I just get excited.
Really?
And then if I have Tabitha next to me in the room, I just get freaked out.
If you're excited, you should be shuffling right now.
You get a little starstruck with that?
No, freaked out. It's different.
It's different.
I think we've been doing it so long that we don't really get nervous. So unless it's something new, like if I'm doing a new table read, like or Futurama, or it's like Fox Primetime, and everyone's sitting around going, "Be funny," then you could get a little bit nervous. Or, sometimes a really, really big audition will get me nervous if it's something you really, really want. But in the studio, it's pretty much fun and games for us because we've been doing it so long.
You just get used to it after a while.
Thank you, Tara Strong.
Thank you.
Next question.
And maybe you could turn the mic that direction so you don't
Yeah, you
have
can
to
pull it up a
like
little higher.
awkwardly.
There you go.
No, turn the whole thing.
Hi.
Turn the whole thing.
Oh, spiky
The
white.
bass and the whole thing.
Did you say something to me, Rarity?
There we go. That's
Oh,
good.
spiky whitey, you're so handsome.
Can I, Tara, would you mind if I just sat beside Rarity?
Dear Princess Celestia, get them a room.
Visuals.
I'm not going to say anything about
Okay.
rocks.
Yeah.
That's right. Look, there's a moose.
Okay. You have a
Let
question?
Sam speak.
What's your name?
Next question.
My name is Sam. Hi.
Sam.
I'm
Hi.
Spiky Wikey. So my question is for who would have known Tabitha St. Germain, and you've been involved with My Little Pony for quite a while through the previous generations, and I was just curious how you personally think that the most recent generation, Generation 4, attracted just this massive fan base.
I think it was an accident. I think it was like a car crash. That everyone suddenly gathered around to look at the carnage, and then
Maybe Twitter's not a good idea.
then they looked at one another and said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" "I don't know." "What are you doing later?" "I don't know." And then they all started to speak, and then they realized that they were wearing some of the same clothes and that they liked some of the same
Look,
things.
there's a moose.
Now, I have a member
And the moose
of
came.
Equestrian Choir whose screen name is LTT Moose, and he's going to hear this and think you're all talking to him. Just saying.
What does the LTD stand for?
I have
He's a
no
limited
idea.
moose? He's only a moose
It might be
sometimes?
Lieutenant something. He
Oh.
works for NASA, actually. So. Yeah, he
NASA.
does.
I
You
have
didn't
the
know, he
real
does.
answer to your question. The real answer to your question is Lauren Faust.
Yes.
And it's funny when people say to me, like, why do grown men and other adults like a show for little girls? And I say, well, it's not just for little girls. Lauren worked on over 100 episodes of the Powerpuff Girls, and there's plenty of adult humor, like the Big Lebowski animated in the background, and all kinds of things. And if people are feeling good and enjoying it and spreading love and friendship, then everyone else should too. So it's her vision that really brought everyone together, I think.
Thank you all so much.
I don't know if this guy actually needs a microphone. He's got quite a good projection.
Look, there's a moose.
First, I would like to say that your hair is amazing.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
I actually have two
Her
qu-
mane. Her mane.
Mane.
Her mane.
I have been shamed this day. I actually have two questions. First, for Tabitha. It is my understanding that previously you refused to do events for like adult fans of animation and things like that. I'm wondering what made you change your mind? Why are you here today? I love it, but I'm just wondering like why did you suddenly, hey, maybe this is a cool thing to do? So I'm
Well,
curious
I
about
didn't
that.
refuse to do cons for,
Switch those rumors right now, yeah.
for adults as opposed to children. I just didn't want to go to cons because I tend to lose my only brain in crowds, frankly. And but we went to do a PR event, right? And I decided I would try 3 to see if I completely fell apart, and this is the second one. And I feel okay.
She's got us, right?
Right.
Especially me.
I just. Yes. Sorry, this is Verity's granny.
What are you doing, dear?
What did you say? We actually come from the same ponies seniors residence.
And you had another question? Did you
Sorry,
have
I
a
don't know
question?
what that came from.
I don't know.
Here's your answer to the other question. And a new character.
Don't get us
Granny's-
going.
Granny.
No, please continue. Okay, this is for Celestia and Luna. What do you guys think about the Solar Empire and the new Lunar Republic?
Those are also memes. It's an online thing.
I think we should all just get along.
There we go.
Yeah, how's that?
Of course, the Celestian tyranny would try to put out that propaganda. Glory to the new Lunar Republic!
It's a
Black
whole
Kilt has
republic
spoken.
now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm
Kelly, how are you?
Hi.
I have a statement and a question. My statement is thank you all for what you do. It's really important for young girls to have good, positive role models.
We agree. We agree.
We need more we need more Twilight Sparkles and all of y'all than we do Snookies. So thank you very much for what you do. And although it's obvious who the best pony is, I do have a question for Tabitha. Sorry, Tara.
I'll allow it, just because she's fun to watch.
I love her. I'm a big fan of Breakfast at Tiffany's, Audrey Hepburn, and I hear a lot of Holly Golightly in Rarity, and I was wondering if that was a little inspiration.
Yeah, it was on. I think it was on the original. Looking for a voice, kind of like this.
Oh.
And then but she's obviously much kind of. She's much more
dynamic.
Put together. Well, Rarity's a cartoon, so that's the distinction. And you know what?
And she's a pony.
Falling into. I actually don't talk like this all the time. I'm kind of falling into it because I'm reaching for the rarity place when I'm speaking to you because I know that's why we're here, kind of. So,
It is?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Wait a second. Where's my Canadian gear? Here it is. Okay. This is how I normally speak. Yeah. So, but I'm kind of a fake job because I grew up in South Africa and I had an accent, and for years and years I had a South African accent. I talked like that. Right. And then I was in school in Halifax in Nova Scotia, and I listened for the North American vowels, and I dropped it one day, just overnight. So I'm a fake job, basically. This is why I like to say I'm not lying, I'm acting.
Thank you very much
Thank
for coming.
you. Long.
Sorry, I was just showing Kathy Spike as a boy. I got it here. Gosh, you guys are fast.
Does he have a mustache, though? He's a
In
boy,
about
so he
2 more
wouldn't.
years, I can see some coming in under your nose. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome!
You're good.
Has there ever been a moment during your careers as VAs that you were given a line in a script that you felt your character would never say? And if so, how did
all the time.
Yeah.
and so how did you handle that? So,
You do it.
I tend to say it
Usually.
louder, and then then it sticks out, and then hopefully somebody might hear, oh, that doesn't quite fit. So if you say something louder, and I use it as a rule of thumb in acting everywhere, if you don't understand something, say it louder.
Oh, if I have a line that doesn't make sense, I just say, I wouldn't say this. Right? That's what I do in the room, because that's how I roll.
Or sometimes we just gently suggest a different line, or we just say it
modify
differently.
it.
Yeah,
Or we just do
modify
it differently
You
and
do
hope nobody
differently, yeah.
catches it.
But
yeah.
it doesn't happen on ponies because
No,
it's so well
so
written
well
and
written.
they're so
Yeah.
true to the
Yeah.
characters that, yeah.
so
We don't. Yeah, we don't.
So typically there isn't a recourse. You go back to the scriptwriter or the director and say, "Hey, I don't think my character would say this."
Well, when you're in the session, we usually have a very good relationship with the director, and often the writers are in the room. Like Fairly Odd Parents, it happens all the time, where the writers will throw in extra jokes, and we'll tweak it a little bit, and it's very collaborative. So I think it depends on the show that you're working on. If it's something that's got a lot more humor, then we can improv, and if it's something for little children, we have to enunciate things differently. But based on you knowing your character and offering a suggestion, it's usually met with kindness. They don't shoot us for giving a suggestion.
And sometimes they welcome it because they are the writers, not the actors, and we say it in a conversational way, and they're trying to imagine what it would sound like. But so they appreciate that too, to let them know at times. Thank you.
And Screwball, hi there. Can we make sure that the kids get to get a chance too? So, like maybe bring them up next.
No, what's your name? What's your name?
My name's Max.
Hi, Max.
Hi, Tara.
Yes?
I don't think social media has permanently changed the way celebrities interact with their fans, and given how much you're all over Twitter, I was just wondering if you've experienced any challenges with that.
Yes. I would say, honestly, like, talking to the Brony fandom has become, like, my favorite thing to do on Twitter. Only because they're so responsive. Look how quickly they are making these drawings, and they're not crappy drawings. They're amazing drawings and hilarious songs. And when I first recorded the Twilight Licious thing, I did a Raven Licious and a Batgirl Licious and a Ben 10 and an Omi, and only Twilight Sparkle got animated, and they're making T-shirts. I mean, like, I just think they're so much fun. And the only challenges I'll have are from the haters, who I generally just block and don't listen to. And I've actually had some pretty like serious death threat stuff from these people, and then you report it to Twitter and they go, that's not in any violation of our standards and practices. Oh, really? I'm gonna cut your throat and laugh in your face as you die. Tara Strong is okay with Twitter? Yes.
Yeah, and then I can
So, thank you for a brony army to protect me.
And you know what, guys? The one thing that I've heard over and over again from all the different VAs is that, my voice is cracking here. One thing I've heard from the VAs and from you guys as well, often is that, there's a lot of excitement in this fandom, if you didn't notice. But I think the thing is to respect also, it's hard, especially in this day and age where there's a lot of, media interaction. I think it's important, though, to respect, these guys' privacy as well.
Yeah, I just, on that note, I have had some very industrious bronies. My numbers are unlisted. Call my husband's work line and find my home number. And so my plea is, I tweet back. If you tweet to me, I'll respond, and I'm really excited for your support of the show. But I just ask that as much as I don't want to know where you live or call you at home, if you could just respect my privacy too, that would really be great. But I'm always here on Twitter, and when I'm at these events, I'm here for you guys. That's why I'm here. But there's been a couple of line crossings that do make it sometimes a little bit, for me personally, it's like, makes me apprehensive to keep interacting, and I don't want to stop doing that.
Well, you gotta turn your location button off.
It's off. Trust me, it's off. I got it all figured out.
Well, you know what? I think on behalf of most of the bronies here and just about everybody out there, that is not how we want our fandom defined.
Oh, I know that.
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
Next question.
Can you do the cheer one more time?
Okay.
The Fluttershy cheer.
Fluttershy. Oh, Fluttershy, okay.
Yay.
Yeah.
You rock. Woohoo.
Fluttershy is my favorite. Yes.
So,
What's your name?
I'm Liam.
Hi, Liam. Hi, Liam.
My question is, what was your reaction when you heard of bronies?
That's your
Wow.
question?
Well, it's for me, it's been overwhelming. It's been uplifting. It's been encouraging. And what the fan base stands for is certainly how I like to try and walk through life. So I think the qualities that you all put forth are to be admired and followed, and I think it's wonderful. I do.
Are you brony?
Yes.
Yeah? Where are you going, little brony? Come give us some bro hoofs.
Yeah, come on over here, Awesome! See ya. I'd really want to be ya.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. I have a question for Mayor Mayor. How does she plan to present her campaign in 2012, and what does Rarity have to say about that?
As your present mayor, I know there's competition with two other fellas for November, but I think the ponies, at least one pony, should run for mayor and should run for president of the United States. Don't you?
Excuse me, madame.
Yes.
How do you feel about free manis and petties for all?
Let it be so.
Something I can get behind.
Well, and Nicole here was just tweeted a work of art from the crowd, so she's going to go grab it.
You look like a bit of a shining armor to me.
Snowflake.
Oh, I didn't see the wing. Awesome.
I have a question for all of you who don't do the singing voices for your characters. Did they find you first and then went and found the singing actress, or was it the singing and then you, and then they ever approach you for singing first?
Look, there's a moose!
Like, did they came to you for Twilight Sparkle?
No, we were cast as the voice performers first, and then the music is so well done. It's not typical of a cartoon that, it's really well orchestrated. I mean, there are other cartoons with great music, but I think Dan is so meticulous, and especially for me, not being with the other girls in LA, it's challenging to do a lot of the harmony stuff, and certainly we love to sing, and the girls that they've chosen do such a great, great job. So, I mean, I guess we're all grateful that everyone's got their spot, and there's a moose.
Did they ever ask you to try singing for the character?
Moosey moose, moose, moose.
How did that become the defining phrase of this panel? How does that happen?
It varies for every show and every situation. And there's so many people working with a project that there's so many ideas and so many choices. And so it's really not a standard answer. It just depends on every show. And, there's a lot of very good professional cooks in the kitchen that need to make that decision.
And
So it's a bit of a lottery in some ways, but we're all very talented and can sing.
It's really awesome to have Kazumi and Shannon Chan around, because
Absolutely.
they're both really amazing.
And let's not forget Rebecca Schoikert, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who
We
does the
never
main
see her, though,
does the
but
main
yeah.
theme, I think.
Yeah.
The main theme of the show. She's fabulous.
I think that warrants applause.
Rebecca also plays, if you know the show Kid vs. Cat, she plays the chubby boy. What's his, I can't even remember his name. It's terrible. I'm Dennis, and I can't even remember the name. But she does other voice acting as well. No, I watch it. On occasion.
All right.
Another question?
Hi, my question is for Nicole Oliver.
Give her a second. She's getting back to the stage.
Nicole's a ninja.
When you first read the script for Canterlot Wedding, what was your initial reaction to Chrysalis battling Princess Celestia?
Oh. Careful not to confuse things. Okay, these questions I always get in trouble with. Well, if there's high drama, I love it, right? Like, I love it. I thrive on it. So it's great to be able to, as an actor, to have that kind of stuff that you can do. So it's great. It's fun. A lot of words, though. Whew. Out of breath, I get, but fun.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. I was wondering, how long does it usually take to record an episode of My Little Pony?
Well, I don't know what Tara's component is, but we're usually about 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 to 3.
2 to
2 to 3 hours?
Three, yeah. 3 on the back end.
So it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gets quicker every time almost. I mean, there's a certain number of lines, so, but
Oh, okay.
we're polished now, so it comes off pretty quickly.
Some people are slower than others. No.
Shut up!
Oh,
dear. Why don't you grab your cane and go back to the seniors? Tabitha, I try my best, and that's all I can give. Oh, tweet. I don't know.
I like the My Little Senior spinoff.
My little senior, my little senior. They all
Ow! Slap it on my gallbladder. My little pork chop.
So it's now /tag Lookamoose. It's there on Twitter.
Next question.
Hello.
Wow.
Hi. So I'd like to ask, since you're all masters of your craft, who do you think are good up-and-coming voice actors or actresses that you've maybe worked with?
I have a favorite right now, Eric Bauza. He's the new Marvin the Martian, and he's Foop on Fairly Odd Parents, and he does an amazing impression. Every time I'm in with him, I'm like, you're going to be a huge star. That's my favorite. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's great. And he also created the Twilight Licious logo on my merchandise for Kiki's Fund for free. And he came with me to go visit her, so I just want to thank him for all that he's done. But he's my new favorite.
I also think the young ladies on our show are something to marvel at. I think their combined age is still younger than me.
Crusaders.
No. But the Cutie Crusaders, they're just amazing, so talented, and for their age, so way more professional than I could ever hope to be. And
Yeah, they are.
they've got great range already at their age. So yeah, those are my picks. Michelle,
Everyone is
Madeline.
younger than me, but I think I've just started working a lot with Vincent Tong, and
Yeah.
and he is one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. So, yeah.
Vincent's an actor in Vancouver. You can Google him. He sings, he dances, he acts, he does everything.
Yeah, he does kung fu.
He plays Dennis's dad too on Kid vs. Cat. Henry.
So funny, so funny. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, ladies. I'm Farming, the woodcarver from BronyCon. And
Thank you
my
again.
question- Yeah, you're welcome. My question is for Tara. Being that I follow with Kiki on Twitter, could you please ask all the bronies that are here and that are watching, I'm willing to carve an OC for Kiki. I just need somebody to draw it for me. Could you please put it out there?
Okay, first of all, this man is amazing. We've all tweeted pictures of his work that he did for nothing other than the fact that he's grateful to us and loves the show, and you're so talented, and I do believe you stabbed yourself a couple times.
Quite a number of ounces have been spilled.
So just tell me exactly what you'd like the fans to do. So he's going to donate, I guess, the piece either for charity or for her?
No, strictly for her.
For her.
It's if somebody can draw a pony version of Kiki or something for Kiki, that's Kiki.
Okay.
And I will carve that picture.
Oh, that's so sweet.
very sweet.
Well, I can get you a picture of her, when she was more alert and awake, and that
then
would be
just
great.
Whoever is willing to, I don't draw, I carve.
Right.
And the way I do
So
it
if someone
is
can ponyfy her, you'd like that?
ponyfy her,
Okay,
and I
okay. So here's the challenge, twits. I will get a picture
right
of
there,
Kiki when she was
Turn
looking
around.
very happy.
Right there.
And
No, right there.
wave at the camera. And this lovely gentleman will carve out of a piece of wood, I have no idea how he does it, of the Kiki pony. So somebody make a Kiki
I think
pony.
the gentleman who did our badges, you want to stand up, love? Where are you? You're volunteering, is that right?
There you go.
I'll talk to you then later. Set it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. So I heard Futurama, and who did you voice for it?
I think I'm not allowed to say because
Oh,
it's
okay.
upcoming, but I will tell you that it's hilarious. And
Oh, it's upcoming.
I've worked on Family Guy and Napoleon Dynamite and Drawn Together and King of the Hill, but the Futurama table read made me laugh more than any table read I've ever done, and you will laugh. I'll tell you that.
Do you think you can ever get Billy West to maybe co-star?
To co-star on My Little Pony?
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to marry him, which he would definitely say yes, because he's not Canadian. I'm sure he would do anything if we begged. But what do you want, like a Ren and Stimpy pony? Draw it! What do you want?
I just love his voice acting. Thanks.
No, he's great. You're
Well,
welcome.
and actually, John DiMaggio was just announced for Camelot Gardens in September, and I know you're going to be at that, and I think Cole, you're going to be at that. Several of you guys are going to be there, so I don't know, maybe something like that could
We need a
happen.
Bender pony. I'm sure it already exists.
It's been done.
If I say it, it was done last week, so it's
Probably. All right, my name's John, and I'm just wondering,
how often everybody here uses their voice acting skills in regular life, just for fun, just to make everybody laugh.
All the time.
Oh, really?
Just at parties, usually after about 8 p.m.
My favorite is telemarketers.
Oh, really? Oh. What's your favorite trick with them?
My kids laugh their butts off when there's like someone calling during dinner, and I just go, hello? And they're like, hi, is your mom there?
You got any lollipops for me?
My kids are like,
I like when they call me, I go, please hang up and try your call again.
Thank you.
Please make a note of it, for God's sake.
but now that it's on the internet, like the jig is up. We know it's you, Tara Strong.
Well, and I love
You want to buy some stuff?
I love that video you did going through the drive-thru of the McDonald's. That was hilarious. She went through a drive-thru of McDonald's and did Twilight voice for the drive-thru when they were doing the toys.
Oh, nice.
I was just like, hi, do you have any Twilight Sparkle toys?
Because I couldn't find them at any of my local McDonald's. And so the guy's like, no, we just have whatever one it was. I'm like, well, I'm Twilight Sparkle. He's like, okay.
I'm like, do you know who that is?
No.
So of course I put it on Twitter. Yay!
But the bacon double cheeseburgers are on for $2.99.
And I only went there for the toy.
Oh. Well, thank you very much.
Hello, my name is TJ, and I'm wanting to ask you all a question about, do you guys follow any of the Brony musicians? And if so, which are your favorites?
Mando Pony.
I'm a big Living Tombstone fan.
There's so many.
There's so many. I'm just kind of catching up. I'm a little late to the music scene of it all, but I'm not going to say I have a favorite. I just think it's so amazing what everybody does.
It really
just
is. You guys
inspiring.
are so incredibly talented. We are just really awestruck, I got to tell you. So please keep it up. We're loving it.
And you know what? I'm just looking in the back of the room there, and there's Alex S. and Mike the Mike and Silva and the Beetle Bronies.
Woo, we love you all.
Just standing there.
My name's Don, and my question is, who is your favorite background pony and why?
Pony number 3. He's the pony that played the moose.
Oh, wait, that's coming up. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
My favorite is Derpy.
Of course, of course.
I love me some Derpy. I do. So cute.
Again, I don't know. I just am really glad that remember Star Trek? There was always that poor ensign number 4 that always ended up getting killed. So I'm really glad that doesn't happen on this show.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vigilant Watch, otherwise known as Mike, and this question actually comes from the Everfree Radio chat room, so shout out to Everfree Radio chat. Hi.
Go IRC chat.
Hi.
Specifically, this question comes from Osaka Jack.
Oh, it's Osaka
my
Jack.
goodness.
Okay, I'm just gonna give him a quick shout out. Osaka Jack is like the only brony I know who lives in Japan, and he.
There's Ken. I met
There's
Ken.
Ken. You met Ken?
Ken. Wow.
All right. Well, so there's 2 then. There's 2 then. Hi, Osaka.
Hi.
So anyways, he asks, this is originally directed to Andrea, but it's to anyone. You have a French background, and you were an ESL student. Have any other of the VAs had background challenges similar to that, getting into an English voice acting career job thing?
I don't think that's entirely true.
That's what he said.
It's just that I learned how to read in French before I learned how to read in English, so my spelling isn't that great always.
Has that caused any
That's all.
challenges with voice acting at all?
Yes. When I was a kid, and I would sometimes not know how to pronounce things, but everyone's in the room to help you out and let you know the real pronunciation. So, and luckily, you don't have to spell to be a voice actor. So.
And
I remember when I was little, my first job, I was 13, was Hello Kitty with that lady over there. Here. I remember they used to write on our scripts about, and they'd cross off, and they'd go A-B-A-L-T, so we wouldn't say about. And they'd write S-A-R-R-Y, so we wouldn't say sorry.
Yeah.
And at H-A-L-S-E. Remember Michael Hack used to be H-A-L-S-E, so we'd say house instead of house.
I found a difference when I was coming from Toronto because I was born in Toronto, and the accents are different from the East Coast to the West Coast. Eh? Something always changes. Something always changes when you cross a border.
Yeah, on my home planet, the way
Which one is that?
It's called. The way we say Andrea is party. Bit different.
It's her mane. Thank you very much.
I have Nathan Porter at Banjo Maine says, tell the VA panel I am making a My Little Senior short animation.
I'll still have work.
Well, I've just been given the rapid
There's a
up
whole new
signal,
demographic.
So I think we've got time for maybe one more question. So, there's Daring Do.
I love you,
Hello.
Hi again.
Don't worry, be fluffy. Oh. We can see your tail.
We only bite if you beg.
Oh.
Well, we'll take another question in the meantime.
Yeah.
But we're giving her cyber hugs right now.
We'll give her space for if she wants to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we got
Anyone
time
else?
then.
Anyone else?
One more. Oh, we got somebody there. All right.
Hi there. This is probably a question you guys probably aren't used to, but I was actually curious. Does your job require you to go overseas at all, and do you get to travel or anything like that? And if so, what are your thoughts on other cultures and such? Like, is there anything that's really stuck out to you? Have there been any places that you've gone that have been really cool? Because
I mean, mostly for voiceover, not so much. I've done some on camera that's taken me around the world. I did a movie in Italy, and I really fell in love with Italy and the people there. That was incredible. The only time I've really traveled for an animated show was they were based out of Germany, so we flew there to meet the people. And I think for most of us, most traveling we've done have been on these convention circuits in terms of the voiceover stuff. But we don't really get to see much of the city because we're working.
I see.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate a lot of the, when we do looping shows, like most of the anime stuff, of course, is from Japan. But in the early days, we did looping for Germany and, France
Netherlands.
and Italy and all over the place in the earlier days where we would lip sync. We'd do an English version. And so it's been interesting to see the animation from different countries. I remember we did one for Gordon Hunt, Helen Hunt's dad. He was working on a project called Animated Showcase Classics, and the animation was hand-drawn. It was Russian animation, hand-drawn in the 40s. And the fluidity of it was absolutely stunning. It was one of the biggest treats. Yeah. to do
I
that.
love to travel, but one of the neat things about now and interacting with fans on Twitter is they're from all over the world. And it's so cool to talk to someone who's in Russia or Japan or wherever. I mean, it's so awesome.
Russia's beautiful place.
And we're back to one.
No, I'm telling you this because my heritage, actually, truth be told, is Belarus.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But for now, I am in Seattle.
Well, and I should say that when we did our interview with Kathy, Kathy and I went back and forth with Russian accents for a little bit because my dad's actually
Beautiful
from,
language.
He's
Beautiful.
from Odessa on the Black Sea, so yeah.
One of the most romantic languages, I think, is Russian.
So, all right, well, I think we're going to wrap this up here. I think we went a little over time, so I just want to thank everybody who is up on the panel here. I mean, guys, the VAs, come on, let's give them a round of applause. Everybody, Nicole Oliver, Andrea Libman, Kathy Westluck, Tara Strong, and Tabitha St. Germain.
us. We'll be at the other hotel for most of the day today, so please do come see us and spread the word. Have a great day, everyone.
Times.
Oh.
Yes. They're just as annoying. And my question for all of you is, knowing that you can create a meme on the spot that will become, say, an image macro or any kind of online trend, is there an online meme trend that you would like to spark today?
Well, I'm still not clear what a meme means.
It's an image or a phrase that spreads around online. Indeed.
I'm not lying, I'm acting.
It's just like so random.
If you could put Princess Celestia and Princess Leia together, I know my children would wet their pants. Maybe too much information there, but just saying.
You may need to get them some diapers because this is the crowd to tell that.
And the other, well, I just learned about meme because my older son is a Minecraft.
Andrea's an engineer. She studied engineering.
I know they're going to correct me on my math all day. I just know it.
Am I here?
All right, so before we get started with the general questions I wrote down, there are going to be Q&As. There are going to be Q&As. There are going to be audience questions possible. There's a mic right there. What we're going to do is my good friend Screwball, who's at the back of the room right now, you may know him from Stay Brony, My Friends with Dusty, he is going to filter through the questions. If you have a question towards the end of the panel that you would like to ask one of these lovely ladies here, be sure to talk to him. There's a line there. If people want to line up, please do not line up in the center of the row there, because then you will be on camera, or the back of your heads will be on camera for thousands of people. So, well, I was at one point too, so I know where you're coming from. All right, ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I have a quick question to start off with, which is that all of you voice characters that have all become internet memes, do you know what the word memes means? You do? You probably have had to learn.
Tabitha doesn't.
Is it like a mime? No.
Some.
Yo.
How you doing? So they tell me that there are some voice actors here, and that there's like this voice. You're a good liar. Okay, guys, so let's get this started. You guys ready? You know what? That had enthusiasm to it, but you can do better. Come on, you guys ready? All right. Everfree Northwest is proud to present the voice actors. I guess I'll introduce them in order. First up, we've got Nicole Oliver. Next up, we've got Andrea Libman. There you go. And next, the voice of Spike and a certain mayor, Kathy Westlock. This next person is mostly known for her tweets. She plays a minor character on the show. But, it was really nice of her to take the part. Twilight Sparkle herself, Tara Strong. And last, but certainly not least, someone that I was really happy to meet today and is just an amazing person, Tabitha St. Germain. Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Very well. Good.
Can everybody hear them? Hello. Are the mics good? Are we good? All right, great. Well, first of all, I wanted to first to give a shout out to all of the bronies over in Manchester, United Kingdom right now who are watching this being live streamed. Hello, Buck. And what I wanted to do is see if we could all, Everfree Radio just sent out a tweet that says, "Hi, Buck." If everybody could retweet it, that would be amazing, because they are all over there. They've been patiently waiting for a while, so if you guys see it, if you've got a smartphone and you see an Everfree Radio...
Just asked us to tweet. We're going to force her onto Twitter this trip.
Way too late. Actually, it's 8 hours ahead, so I believe it's about 7 or so in the evening. 6:30?
6:30.
Oh my, is it 10:30?
It's
Okay.
6:30 there, yes.
Yeah, my math skills aren't any good.
6:30.
I just talk to people. I'm sorry. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do really quick is give a shout out to Ashley Ball, who wasn't able to make it. As you guys know, this is the main 6 -2 panel. The -2 is Ashley's, so I just maybe a quick round of applause.
-2 plus 2.
Plus 2. That's true. That's true.
Equals 6.
Because Ashley's not here.
All right.